The name may have recently changed, but the mission on this Boston Harbor Island has been unchanged for centuries.
Particularly around the 1800s, it was decided that this island would be dedicated to providing education to young people who were from circumstances outside of their control. And the beauty of that is it's the first time, in my opinion, of Boston taking care of its youth.
What was then called Thompson Island was an agricultural school offering training for disadvantaged youth. It would evolve into a trade school, a day school, and a boarding school. Today, it still welcomes hundreds of Boston school children who take a short ferry ride from the seaport to an island that is just offshore, but still quite distant from their neighborhoods.
There's like a lot of space and a lot of different stories here. So I feel like it's good to let your mind go free and just be curious about different things.
They come to an Outward Bound program that has operated here since 1988 and currently brings Boston's 6th to 8th graders out for field trips and overnights. Activities are designed to teach cooperation, resiliency, and much more.
Seeing it in person and actually getting to interact with the environment was really fun. We kind of got some lessons, like science lessons, on top of getting to see it firsthand.
It's interesting because I really like to be outside in the nature and stuff. So there's a whole island of nature.
Sylvia Watts McKinney is president and CEO of the program, now renamed as the Kathleen Stone Island Outward Bound School, following a $12 million donation from the Stone Family Foundation, a donation that will bring new programs and eventually offer them to high school students as well.
When they go back to school, what we understand from talking to principals is that the culture of their community does change. Because now young people have had a different experience on the outside and they're able to bring that positive energy into the classroom and into the schools.
On our visit, students from the Dearborn Middle School are finding out about the environmental forces that continue to shape the island and the harbor to this day. They are participating in team building exercises and learning about trust.
We have goals with every course. Welcome to the wall.
Instructor Julian Langshire is helping students navigate an obstacle wall.
The reach goal was personal relevance. We talked about that metaphor of the wall and what a wall is in their life back home and different ways that they can support their peers and they enjoy receiving support from others.
I feel kind of great because not a lot of people have these type of opportunities, and it teaches us how to get teamwork and trust.
I think it's good for us to be outside and get to experience these activities because they're really fun.
Much as the agricultural school gave way to the trades necessary for the Industrial Revolution, so too is the Outward Bound School evolving to meet the changes and challenges of the 21st century.
Well, first and foremost, I want them to have fun. You know, they're children. You want them to enjoy being outside. This is another way in which they can learn about climate resiliency and be practitioners and advocates, as they grow older. And then hopefully there will be opportunities, or they will take advantage of opportunities, but not only what we call in the green sector, but take advantage of opportunities in the blue sector as well.
They are skills necessary for the future and skills valuable in any era.
Being able to have fun, but also being in a controlled setting, that was kind of eye-opening for me. See, we can do this kind of thing.
And more on that name change in 1994, that is. Attorney Kathleen Stone became Boston's first Chief of Environmental Services.
Right, and she was also part of the team that helped the Harbor Islands get designated as a national park, and it's that long history of environmental activism and stewardship, and of course the donation as well, that led to the renaming of the island.